look, we all like pleasure over pain, but I think what we forget sometimes is that there's a greater pleasure that can come with going through a pain. If you go through resistance and you choose resistance at the right times and you go through it, you have greater, more evolved pleasure on the other side of it. Responsibility and freedom, that relationship is really at the core of a lot of this. And the responsibility is the hard work, you know? Freedom's the Saturday. The freedom's what we want. The responsibility is what we need.
Ultimately, if you're going to have lasting change in anything, you're really talking about just raising your standards. Lasting change is different than a goal. You don't always get your goals, but you always get your standards.
Humans lead with belief. That may be the single most important thing to understand. Humans lead with belief, meaning you don't do something and then believe you can do it. You won't even take the first step if you don't believe that your actions will be rewarded with results. That's why so many people are paralyzed, because they think that they're not worthy, they know they're uneducated, they know that they're not the person that they need to be in order to accomplish. And the reality is, you're probably not. If you are unsatisfied with where you are today, your life is an exact reflection of the choices you've made.
And it can be a hairy time, man, because the answers don't come quickly sometimes. None of it makes sense, and it's all confusing, and you're looking over there, and you want to go, well, you want to go to entertainment or communication, or you want to pick up the phone, or you want to drink earlier, or one of those things that come up to mask that. You gotta try to hold back and say, no, I'm gonna sit in this discomfort. This is a prudent penance I am taking to get to know myself.
Some motivation will come wrapped in sandpaper. Some motivation comes wrapped in sticky, ugly situation that you didn't ask for. And that's still your why. It's not your why not. It's your why.
Some people aren't waiting to be cut. Some people are moving on their own because they feel within themselves, I've got what it takes to make it.
But when you decide something is a must for you, an absolute must, when you cut off any possible, you say, I'm gonna find the way, I'm gonna make the way. Human beings, when they resolve things, when they make a real resolution inside themselves, which is they raise the standard and they make it a must, they find the way.
Is believing that every red and yellow light turns green eventually in life. All right, so we love green lights. Yes, they affirm our way. Go, yes, proceed, attaboy. We don't like yellows and reds. They slow us down or stop us.
Whatever your skill set is now, whatever your vision of yourself is now, you can change it. You can become anything you want to be. That's the hard truth. If you're willing to pay the price, and you can become whatever you want, you can become truly capable of the extraordinary. But you've got to go through the process of building that skill set. You've got to be willing to stare nakedly at your inadequacies to understand that you aren't yet the person that you want to be or need to be to execute against your goals, but that you can become that person and then start walking down that path and day by day build the skill set that you want.
I need to remind you that quitters never win and winners never quit.
Because these people have decided, as they look at the future, as they look at themselves, there's a way. Where there's a will, there's a way for me to begin to create a way out of no way.
We can create green lights tomorrow for us by our choices today. Self-esteem, self-reliance, awareness of self. Then you gotta have all those to handle the yellow and the reds and not lay down and wallow in them.
The fact is, there's lots of people that have certain gifts. That doesn't mean those gifts are fully developed. And I think we come in with certain gifts as seeds, but But we are the ones that have to really take the time and the energy to work and commit to fully develop those gifts so that they can really sprout and blossom.
What are the choices you make? Again, the compounding assets that are choices for our future. How do we be more true and kind to our future selves? How do we start making some more choices, make choices that, by hook or by crook, they're gonna be brave, courageous choices that you can look in the mirror if it works and go, yep, I'm responsible. And if they don't work, you can go, yep, that's on me.
There is a freedom and opens up the fierce urgency of knowing we don't have forever. We don't necessarily have time. All we have to make an impact is this moment.
If they really look at how they're living their life today, it's based on a set of standards, a set of beliefs that they made choices about 10, 20, 30 or more years ago. I mean, very often we made decisions in our youth or very young about what to believe, about what we were capable of, about who we are as a person, and that becomes the glass ceiling, if you will, that controls us.
The struggle is a guarantee. So you better love what you do on a day-to-day basis. The only moment that's real is right now. Now follows you.
Love to dissect problems. Well, start dissecting success. Start looking and deconstructing your life, your choices, those people you're hanging around with, those places, when things are going well. There's some science to satisfaction. And we don't just get there by dissecting our failures and when we're in a rut. We need to be confident enough to go, well, things are going well, and I can't take this for granted. What is it I'm doing? What you do today can matter tomorrow. You can be rewarded for it. If you do something really well today, you can be rewarded. You can get a green light for that later on in life.
What would your life be like as you look toward the future if you decided, I'm not going to allow my fears to stop me?
Selfish and selfless at the same time, those are not contradictions. What we can make the choices that are best for the I, that are also best for the we.
I'm just saying, whatever you really want, wants don't get met consistently. Standards do.